So I'd like to give a real quick review on the Snap-on's fairly new power probe they came out with about a year ago or so. It is the EC or EEC T900. So I've always been a pretty big fan of the power probe, and I'm glad Snap-on's came out with their own. I've always really liked Snap-on diagnostics. It's kind of shaped a little different, kind of more of a pistol grip. It's got two headlights on the front, and you can turn them off, and you got your power and ground button there. But what I do really like is the big display and the fact that it's a full functioning digital voltmeter. So if a guy's out there and he's interested in a voltmeter, you might want to consider this one, just because it's pretty much a full functioning voltmeter with the power probe built in. And then it also has a couple extra kind of unique tests that it will do that I find are pretty helpful. So with the big display, you just scroll through it like you would a voltmeter with your arrow buttons, and then when you find one you want, you hit the M button, and the C is to clear your min-max functions. So here we're on ohms, so if I just click the M button, it brings up my ohm meter, and the C button would clear the min-max feature. So we go to the next one here, and we've got volts AC. So if I click on that one, it brings up quite a few different options here. I've got my volts AC here on the bottom, but it also has hertz, duty cycle, pulse width, and peak-to-peak voltage. So I can use this arrow to cycle through which ones I want to look at. And then my min-max will be at the bottom here. And so under the AC voltage heading there, you've got quite a few different options. And then we'll go, the next one is volts DC, where you spend a lot of time living there. So when I click on that, you'll notice the battery voltage up top there, 11.1. That's the voltage coming into the tool from the battery clips. The little battery I got on my demo board here is a little low, but your display will be here in the center, and your min-max. And over here on the right, you can set the circuit breaker between 2 and 30 amps for the power and ground button on top there. That's kind of cool. And then down here we've got a battery stat, and we've got a hot shot feature. And those are a couple cool little tests that they've added. So we can go to the hot shot one first here. So if you notice here, I'm hooked to a circuit on this demo board. Let me turn those lights off. And you can see the lights are all different brightness, so there's problems in the circuit here. And so if you wanted to check the integrity of the circuit, you can pick hot shot, and what it's kind of doing, from what I can tell, is like a voltage drop test on the circuit, kind of like what that Load Pro tool is designed to do. So I'll show it to you here. Since I'm on the ground side of the circuit, it's asking me to press the positive button, so I'll go ahead and do that. And you notice this check connection. So it picked up a fault in that circuit with that quick little test there. And I find that real helpful. It doesn't give you the actual voltage drop of the circuit, but it'll either give you a kind of a pass or a fail, check connections or normal circuit. The other feature it had here was the battery stat. So that allows you to check if your battery is good, and it's not going to replace like a good battery tester, but it's a quick little test to see if you're good or not. So if you wanted to do that test, I'll just hook to the little battery on my board here, and I'll show you how that works. So I'm hooked to the negative side of the battery, and then So what you got to do here is just hit the little button here. Let me get a better connection here. I'm on the wrong side. So you notice where it says press plus, so I'll go ahead and do that. Normal battery. So it's just a quick quick test to see if your battery's in good shape. And what's cool is it works on any of the 12-volt batteries out there, from the motorcycle on up to the car. Just it's specified in the manual that you're only supposed to use it on 12 volts, but I was going to try it on some smaller batteries and see what kind of testing I got from it, because I'm not sure exactly how it does it. But and then some of the other features we got here when we scroll through it is here's switch settings. So I can click on that, and I can set the switch, the ground and the positive switches up here. I can set it to either a pulse, a momentary, or a latch. And then if I did pick pulse, over here I can set how long I want each pulse to last. So that's kind of neat. So I usually leave it at momentary. And then we also have amperage. If you pick amperage, it'll give you the amps and the ohm reading with your min-max values. Plus, you still can adjust the circuit breaker on the right from a 2 amp to a 30 amp fuse, which is a cool little feature I liked. And then we're back to our ohm meter. So you're looking at a basic full functioning multimeter with a few additional kind of cool tests. And you still have your power and ground, and you got your headlights here on the top. Plus you still got your extra lead here if you want to power up a fan or something. So you can still do your, an ohm check or power up devices there. I've so far been really happy with it. It's a cool little tool. And it's a really big upgrade from the Power Probe 3. And for a guy that needs a voltmeter, this would be a good tool that kind of bridge a lot of gaps with it. You can get your Power Probe and voltmeter all in one. It still won't do, hybrid vehicles if you're getting up to like real big voltages. And that's where I'm a real big fan of this meter here. I bought that M2 meter for a backup voltmeter when my Zeus is busy, and I want to have something quick and easy I can grab. Plus it goes up to 1,000 volts, so it's it also will do the hybrid type stuff voltage wise. And then if you look down here, it's got Bluetooth available too, so I can Bluetooth it over here to my Verus or my Zeus, and that's something I really like, is the fact that I can Bluetooth stuff over to it. Here, I'll go ahead and switch it to Bluetooth right now. So now I'm reading Bluetooth on the on this tool. And if you notice over here on my Zeus, I'm reading that square wave now off my M2 meter. And that gives me, so I'm totally wireless to any vehicle I want to work on, because I'm wireless on the scanner side, and now I'm totally wireless on the scope side as well. And plus, a lot of people don't realize that this M2 meter over here is Snap-on's most powerful oscilloscope when you're comparing it to like sample rates. It's about over three times the sample rate that the Verus or the Vantage or the Modus has. So when it comes to sample rate power, this is it's a strong scope, and so I really like it. It's once in a while you can find them on sale with Snap-on around the first of the year. A lot of times I'll see them on sale. But if anybody has got any questions on a Zeus or the M2 meter or the Power Probe or or any of these latest Snap-on diagnostic stuff. I've got a lot of Snap-on diagnostics, and I can show them there on my little homemade demo board. And so if you got any questions, I'd be more than happy to make a quick video on how they work and allow you to see what they do. But thanks for watching.